Frisson ASMR. Hello everybody, my name's Dulcie and welcome to this late night session. I'm filming this for you on bonfire night, and if you can hear any noise in the background, that's my cat Lucicita doing zoomies. She likes to do the zoomies. It's always this time of night and she can't help herself. She's just crazy. She's a crazy cat. I would like to read you some poems, some poetry that I've recently finished. But I'd like to start off with a few little sounds just to kind of get you in the ASMR mood. This is a fan that I bought when I was in Spain. I say I bought it. It's the first fan that I got when I was in Spain with my mum, and she bought me this one. I really like doing that noise. A bit of gentle wafting. I've got a little tiny memoir of my trip to Spain I'd like to read to you. My mum in 2019 took me to Granada and we visited the Alhambra. We actually went twice to the Alhambra. The first time we went, we didn't get to go to the water fountain part where the lions and the water fountain. If you don't know what the Alhambra is, it's a very large kind of city palace inside Granada. It's very, very magical. It has lots of Moorish designs, which are, the Arabic influence. And yeah, I very much enjoyed that trip. I would like to go back. The rose gardens, the roses smelled amazing. And especially because we went in the middle of the day the first time. And in the middle of the day, in that hot midday heat, all the oils from the petals were just exuding the most heavenly scents. I think out of all the flowers, roses are my favourite. Someone asked me recently what my favourite flower was, and I didn't want to sound really obvious, so I just didn't know what to say, but I do love roses. I think they're the most beautiful flower, especially when they smell good. I actually have a really lovely big potted rose I've grown over a couple of years, and that one's called Crazy in Love, like the Beyonce song, and it's pink, and if you feed it a good amount of plant food, she will produce many flowers for you. But yeah, this is my favourite fan. Oh. siren kiss. If I could reach my arms, my lips, to appear inside his dream, I would make my love a sailor, and on the rocks I'll gleam. In eerie light, in the dead of night, my figure bare glimmering, my long dark hair clinging, wet to my back, my breasts. He'll make no protests as I so softly sing for him, my tail scales shimmering. I'll guide him down to the deepest waters, and then, when I give him the kiss, his lungs filling with the oceans of fantasy, he will awake, safe and held in blissful ecstasy. Caravaggio's Fruit Cellar. A look calls to me from across the street, his basket full of ripe delights. I am stalled by his deep brown eyes, lust mirroring my own, his shirt pulled open across muscular, broad, tanned shoulders, glistening in the midday sunlight. "What would you like?" he asks me in Italian. "Cosa ti piacerebbe?" He smiles as if he knows. He is within my very dreams. I conjured him, taken in at the sensuality flowing around him, just as the river meanders around the mountains. He gestures, inviting me to drink, and I know that when I can drink no more, I must submerge myself completely in. You're a slow burner, up all night, page turner, and oh, what a cover I'd like to write myself in. Your story, now my story. All this contemplation sparks my imagination. This poem is called To Be Vulnerable. To be vulnerable is to bear it all. To be loved, you must prepare to fall. To undress and stand in the moonlight. To surrender and jump from a great, great height. You cannot be concerned with physical beauty and must trust that you are worthy of the soul that stands before you, bare in the moonlight too. And to make my point that much the clearer, yes, a kiss will bring you nearer. But you must stand back to see and focus, and observe every inch to truly know us. For when we hide the sorrows we bear, we halt another's ability to care, and take the joy of protecting a heart that longs to stay and never depart. This one's called Tightrope Queen. I've been dancing on this tightrope as long as I think back. The miles stretch out before me. Below is endless black. I balance and wait for each force to pass. But the powers that sway me move so fast. I cannot catch my breath, nor have a moment's rest, as they blaze out from my own beating heart. I was waiting for a love who could bring the sunrise, hold my hand as we balance through the lows and the highs. For every temper tempered, his patience remembered, never a cold shoulder, just love returned the deeper. I was distracted looking out, but the motion was within. I knew I needed a mirror in the gentle eyes of a king. I could have danced a while longer, sleepwalking as I sway, but I want to start living, start loving today. This one's called Bluebell Blue, and it's for Pook. Stay forever in my garden, forever in my mind. I'll watch you sleep under the apple tree till you wake face to face with me. I can only cry the morning through. Alone again I awake. I am no one without this love for you. No heart left to break. The hedgerows are singing, the holly sways too. The fields are alive with the wind rushing through. There's no more we can do except get stuck in with bare hands, the soil under our nails. We become the earth we love, in surrender to its divine plans. So let's grow it all, roses, runner beans, not leave a patch spare. What's there to look at if there's nothing there? My mother took me to Spain, the country where her father, my grandfather, was born. When we landed, it was hot and the sun was shining. We took a bus into the city of Granada and saw the Sierra Nevada mountains along the way. The city was humming with energy, especially in the centre at La Catedral, where at night a guitarist would play classical Spanish music opposite the front doors, which created the most beautiful atmosphere as we walked around the magnificent building. We visited the caves of Sacremont and watched 3 generations of gypsies dance traditional flamenco for hours. We drank red wine and cried at the beauty of it. We cried at the passion of the dancers, for the tradition and the emotions they roused deep within us. There was a beautiful young woman of only 15 who carried the grace and discipline of an athlete and ballet dancer all at once, and her grandmother, who played the castanets so fantastically, totally mesmerised us all. I've definitely got more to say about that trip to Spain, but it's just a little teaser.